matchup against the Leafs coming up here in round 2. I guess before things get started, is there, a thing or two that you look at as a big focal point coming up in this series?
I think they have a lot of similar tendencies to Tampa Bay. I think they're, a lead off the rush. They like to hang on to pucks, make plays, and, taking away the rush game I think will probably be a big key, and not letting them kind of transition on us and get odd man rushes. So just being above pucks and playing them hard like we always do.
You guys won 3 road games in that first round series. Do you like starting on the road, and is there an element to your game that you think suits itself well to having success on the road?
I think we like, getting on the road and hanging out in the lounge, having a team meal when we get in, and kind of brings the group together a little bit. So we don't mind it. And then in terms of on ice, going into, starting on the road and being able to steal one and, trying to take the crowd out of it is gives you a little extra boost, I would say, maybe. And, worked in the first series, and we'll look to, have it work in this one.
Obviously, round 1 only took 5 games. How beneficial has this time been for you guys to get ready for round 2? Obviously, get a regular routine, get some off days, some practice days, and kind of build into game 1 here.
Yeah, it's nice to kind of get guys healthy and give the body a little bit of a rest. But same token, we're gonna have to be ready for that puck drop. We had a situation last year going into Boston where we had a handful of days off and we came out sluggish, and we're going to look to try to fix that this year and make sure that we're, guns blazing when puck drop comes tomorrow or it's Monday. No, you're good. You're good.
What's the process like when you guys every team has guys at some point when you guys go up and down and go acquire and whatnot? What's the process like of acclimating them to the tone of the room, the tenor of the room, what the group chat is like, all those things? Like, how do you even establish guys? Like, how do you add them into the mix?
I think our group's pretty mature where you don't really have a choice. Like you're gonna come, you're gonna fit in. Guys are gonna drag you in. If somebody's quiet, you'll get dragged in. And this year you have a guy like Marshy who's obviously been around and is very vocal, and it's just a mature, welcoming group. So the hockey community, I mean, I've done it on a handful of different teams or a few different teams, and usually it's pretty easy to kind of find your way in. I think on the ice, maybe getting used to how guys act on the ice, or vocal leaders, stuff like that. Sometimes it just takes experience. It takes a few games, but I think we're past that. He's kind of, for all the new guys, they're all at 10 plus games or whatever it is, and you start to just find your way, and I think they're way past that point.
I mean, for you personally, you were one of the guys that kind of had to adjust to different roles as you guys came in. And you started the playoffs on the 4th line, now you're back up to the 2nd line. But for you, I mean, how tough is it to kind of be mature and take a spot on the 4th line when new guys come in and stuff like
that? We have so much depth that it doesn't really matter where you're playing. The playoffs are a whole different animal where you need 4 lines, and you need 4 lines if you're going to have success. So there's certain elements to the game that coaches want to try to take advantage of, and sometimes it's a 4th line matchup. Sometimes it's shutting down. If a team is a heavy top 6, it's shutting down the other team's top 6, and so yeah, it doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, you're going to need all 4 lines, and that's the way it goes.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.